to Richmond Reads. My name is Miss McKnight, and today I'm going to read Skippyjon Jones and the Big Bones. Skippyjon Jones is one of my favorite characters. Matter of fact, I went to see a play based on the books, and when I was there, I met the author, Judy Schackner. So I think that's pretty cool. Here's a couple questions that maybe you can answer after we get through the whole thing. I picked this book because I love Skippyjon Jones. He's a super fun kitty boy chihuahua. Wait a second, a kitty and a chihuahua? Those aren't exactly the same things. So maybe as we're listening to the story, you can figure out, how is he a kitty boy and a chihuahua? Second thing to listen for as we're listening to the story. See if you can figure out where these dinosaurs are coming from. Yep, this story has dinosaurs. Skippyjon Jones was crazy about digging in Mrs. Dolly Doohiggy's garden, because that's where Mrs. Dolly Doohiggy's dog Darwin buried all of his bones. And nobody messed with Darwin. 2 yards away, Mama Junebug Jones was hanging wash when her kitty boy blew through the sheets like a muddy wind. "Hey, Pickle Pants," hollered Mama. "Don't run with your mouth full." But Pickle Pants had only one thing on his mind. Dinosaurs. "I'm gonna be a famous paleontologist," whispered Skippyjon Jones, arriving at his room. Then he popped a pickle in his puss. He slapped some glue all over his newfound bone and stuck it onto his model. "And you are my Skipposaurus," he added out loud. "Skipposaurus?" declared Mama Junebug Jones, coming into the room. "Those bones belong to Darwin, and you better take them back, for your prehistoric fossil is that snoozing doggy's snack. And do it now," ordered Mama, "before he wakes up." But the kitty boy had no intention of returning Darwin's bones before he bounced on his big boy bed. First he pounced and wiggled. Then he bounced and giggled. All the way up to the ceiling he chanted, "Oh, I'm Skippyjon Jones and I bounce on my bed 'cause I love to eat pickles that tickle my head." Then he flung himself over to the mirror for a head check. "Holy hairballs!" exclaimed Skippyjon Jones, pulling out his tape measure. "That's one huge cabeza." Then, using his very best Spanish accent, he added, "My ears are too big for my head, and my head won't fit into my bed. I know I'm not a Siamese cat. I'm a Chihuahua." And quicker than you can say, "Chunky Chihuahuas and cream," that kitty boy picked up his cape and pulled on his mask. Then he began to sing in a moist, soft voice. "Oh, my name is Skippito Frisquito, and I hunt for the dinosaurito. With gigantic ears, they've been buried for years under layers of sedimentito." At the same time, the kitty boy's sisters, Jujubee, Jezebel, and Jillyboo Jones, were in Mrs. Doohiggy's yard watching Darwin sleep. "This is fun," said Jezebel. "Lots of fun," agreed Jillyboo. "The most is fun," added Jujubee. But Skippyjon wasn't thinking Darwin. He was thinking dinosaurs, and he knew where to find them. Deep within his closet. "Whoa," said Skippito. "It's a jungle in here." But as soon as he stepped over the threshold, his snifferito picked up the scent of his old amigos, los Chimichangos. "Stinkitos," called out Skippyjon Jones. "I smell you, but I don't see you. It is I, El Skippito Frisquito, the great sword fighter." "Up here, Skippito," hollered the Chihuahuas. "We are toasting los marshmallitos prehistóricos." Not the prehistoric marshmallows! Exclaimed Skippyjo. See, dude, replied the doggies. But they're as hard as rocas. That's because they are fossilitos, said Skippyjo. Facilitos, schmoshmolitos, declared Poquito Tito, the smallest of the small ones. We want to see los dinosaurios with our own ojos, he said, pointing to his eyes. ¿Por qué? asked Skippyjo. Because, Bobocito, said Don Diego, the biggest of the small ones, we hear they are really, really big, dude. This news made the Chihuahuas go insano around the rim of the volcano, singing, ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling, ding-a-lito. You are such a silly Skippyjo. You know what dogs think. It's good, it must stink. Plus it's great for the old snipperito. But right in the middle of their romp, Mount Ichi-Gichi Goomba blew its top, tossing the doggies right on their rumpitos. But the bump on the rump would become the least of their worries. Because boom, 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 the earth began to tremble and shake. Terremoto, shouted Poquito Tito, panic-stricken. It's not an earthquakeito, said Skippyjo, peeking through the bushes. It's a Chimichangos. And he wasn't the only dinosaurio. There were big ones and small ones, feathered and bald ones. Some were spiky and frilled, with a look that could kill. And they were all doing the very same thing. They were dancing. Ay, caramba, it's the ramba, cheered the Chimichangos. And before Skippyjo could warn them, the rascalitos had shimmied and shook their way into the dance line. This is loco, wailed Skippyjo. You will be crushed like crispitos beneath the dinosaur totitos. But the pupitos did not hear. They were too busy singing. Ichi kichi gumba, dinos do the rumba, with jumbo jaws and giant claws, with horns and beaks and scaly peaks. Ichi kichi gumba, Chimichangos do the rumba, with great big hearts and tiny parts, with knobby knees and lots of fleas. Ichi kichi gumba. But something had to be done to save them. And quicker than you can say, Pachycephalosaurus. Skippyjo let out a big Jurassic bark. Holy halitosis, roared the T-Mexquito. I smell the pickle breath of a Skippytosaurito. I am not a Skipposaurus, declared Skippyjo, whipping off his mask. I'm a Chihuahua. Not the pillow fighting, ankle biting, pickle dripping, dino dripping, Chihuahua they call Skippyjo Fresquito, the great sword fighter, shrieked the T-Mexquito. Oh, si, that is me, said Skippyjo with a bow. Then quicker than you can say Don Diego's dominoes, every dinosaurio stopped and dropped and rolled far away. Where's the fuego, dudes? asked Skippyjo Tito. There's no fire, said Skippyjo. They were just extinto. Muy bueno, Skippyjo. We love the stinkito, agreed the Chihuahuas, and they tossed them into the air. Diggity, diggadoo, diggerito. We learn something new from Skippyjo. He scares them to death with his old pickle breath, and that's how we get fossilitos. Then all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. The earth began to tremble and shake. Every head popped up and sniffled. Dinosauritos, whispered the perritos. No, said Skippyjo. They are extinto. Sí, said the chihuahuas. Es muy stinquito. But it wasn't the dinosaurs that smelled. It was Darwin. He was knocking on Skippyjon's closet door. Then click. The door opened, and out tumbled the kitty boy on an avalanche of old dog bones. The next thing he knew, the kitty boy was waking up on the couch. What happened? Asked Skippyjon. Don't you remember, Sugar Beet? Asked Mama Junebug Jones. You decided to return Darwin's dog bones. All of them? Asked Skippy. That's right, Dumpling, said Mama proudly. That very same night, the kitty boy found Mr. Perfect still sitting in the corner all covered in bones. My Skipposaurus, he whispered. Then he dragged the cat over to his big boy bed for a good night bounce. Oh, I'm Skippyjon Jones and I'm a dog fighter, but I still have some bones, 'cause I'm a decider. Then he decided to go to sleep. And that's the end of my book. All right, guys, I hope you like that story. Skippyjon Jones is one of my favorite characters because he's quite a naughty little kitty boy. And that brings us back to those first questions that I asked, right? So in the story, we find out that he's a naughty kitty boy. He's a kitty boy. Kitty is a cat. But when he goes into his closet, he says that he's a chihuahua. So it's kind of like, what is going on there? And I think if you are familiar with the character, you might know the answer to this already. But if you're not, one of the things that makes him so interesting as a character is because he is a Siamese cat, but he loves chihuahuas. So when he plays make-believe, he pretends he's a chihuahua. And I was thinking, probably some of you guys could identify with that, right? When you play, you might pretend to be somebody else. I know that when I was little, I used to like to pretend to be Wonder Woman. The other thing that happens, and that I asked you about, is where did those dinosaurs come from? So I hope that you had a chance to think about your answer. And I want to show you this page in particular and just talk about what we see here. So on this page, we see that Skippyjon opens the closet door, and when he looks into his closet, it's actually a jungle. Wait, is it really a jungle? I don't think so. I think this is Skippyjon using his imagination. Because if he's going to pretend to be a paleontologist and get all dressed up like a chihuahua, and he's ready to go and do some exploring and finding some fossils, then he might as well have a really fantastic imaginary world to go to. And when he goes into that imaginary world, that's where he runs into all the dinosaurs, all the dinosaurs. So I was hoping that some of you could kind of relate to this story, because I know that we're spending a lot of time at home, and we are really going to be having opportunities to use our imagination, and we can pretend to be anyone and go anywhere, and we can have all sorts of adventures. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the story. Thanks for coming to Richmond Reads, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.